So I have my best coffee fan and helper with me, my mom. So I remember being like 4 years old, standing next to her in the car and drinking her coffee.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always joke that I was weaned from the baby bottle to the coffee.
To the coffee. So needless to say, we have caffeine running through our veins, I think. But coffee and tea, hot lattes, iced lattes, I love all of them. I know everybody usually has a favorite, but you do too, Pam?
Yeah, I like it all.
I don't know if you've seen, but the last probably 10 years, Pampered Chef's really been getting into electrics, so they've come out with the air fryer, the pressure cooker, ice cream machine, basically they've been really good about keeping up with the trends. And then the latest trend that they've kept up on is people want to be able to make those specialty coffee drinks at home. So just last year, they came out with this deluxe coffee machine, and of course I had to have it right away. But it is,
Then I see Erica's, then I have to have it.
It's just called the deluxe coffee machine, but it is one of those that's the single serves. So I actually hadn't had one of those before, and I didn't realize the benefit of it is literally like instant. Like you can get your cup of coffee in like a minute, which if you think about it, it's just as good as having a whole pot because you have a fresh cup each time and it only takes a minute. So basically, how can you argue with that? So this way you can have your cake and eat it too. You can have those fancy drinks and have the complete control at home. So, that's just in general cooking at home. You have control over your ingredients. Right. So I instantly was sold on the single serve idea. So what's really, really cool about this, I mean, you guys have probably seen the Keurig. That's what I'm trying to think of. So we've probably all heard of those. And I just, the reason I blew it off was because I didn't want to have to keep buying the inserts. I wanted to be able to use my own coffee. So this came out, and what's really cool about it, I just like to run through everything electric. Comes with this handy start guide. But so you can do all of those things. You can do the K-Cup pods if you just want the convenience, and those you can get like any coffee, tea, hot chocolate, almost any of the hot drinks. But then what's really cool is you can use your own ground coffee, which I hadn't really seen that in one of the single serve machines before. But then if you get a little more into the espresso drinks, like obviously we are, you have a couple choices there too. You can use the ready to go Nespresso pods like this for convenience. Or if you want to get the extra insert, you can use your own ground espresso. So you can do any of the 4 things, and it comes with the 3 inserts that it comes with is the K-Cup pod, the Nespresso pod, and then the ground coffee, because those are kind of the most common. And then the one that you can get additionally if you're really into the espresso is the espresso insert that you can use your own ground espresso in. Which
that's the one I was not aware of.
That's what I've been using a lot because I love the espresso drinks. But we are going to make, like we were talking about, those super fun coffee drinks. We're going to make some different ones so we can show the different ideas. So we just have to think ahead a little bit. So what do we want to garnish our coffee with? I'm thinking we were talking about
whipping cream.
Whipped cream. So I have to show you guys. We actually have this handy little whipped cream maker. You can make your own whipped cream in here in 30 seconds. I want to show you how easy this is. So this guy, and they even improved it. I want to show you what they did. But this has been out for a while, and then I just disassembled it. I didn't mean to do that. But it's just a plunger handle, but that's what I was trying to do. So you have I'll show you why that comes apart in a second here. But you have it's almost like a whisk, kind of. And then on the tub here, if you can see, there's a little line, and that's where you take just your heavy whipping cream. Make sure it's your heavy whipping cream. If you've made whipped cream like with the beaters, you've probably used this before, but you just have to make sure it is the full fat stuff.
We probably all used a lot of this between Thanksgiving and Christmas
and
holidays.
all those rich dishes. And it lasts a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whipping cream, you just do a couple little add-ins. So I'll let you do your little, I don't know if I can, she goes heavy with the vanilla.
I do.
Just a little dash of
For
vanilla.
me, it's like a shot of vanilla.
I think it's like a half teaspoon is what they call for. But that one's the Pampered Chef double strength vanilla.
Yeah,
you
this
can
stuff
get
is amazing.
during the holidays. And then just 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Isn't that the cutest little measure?
Hey.
4
It's
ounces.
like the little K-cup of powdered sugar.
I have that. I'm
you?
sure, because I think I have every size of those.
I know, I
yeah.
do too, Pam.
They are kind of handy for,
And I use them all. I use them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
The easy
Yep.
read measure cup. So then you just screw the top back on here.
I didn't realize you could put your powdered sugar right in there. I thought you had to do it after it
Yeah,
firmed
it just
up.
gets mixed in.
Nice.
And then you just pump the handle up and down. And I'm going to let you do that
Okay.
because I want to grab
You can-
that extra little
Yeah.
insert that I'm talking
And
about.
I'm going to
And you just go.
just give
right
this the... Isn't this like 30 seconds, Erica? I can already feel
Yeah,
it
just
stiffening
the
up.
ending.
And you got the best of the best.
Oh, I love homemade whipped cream.
Yeah, there's just nothing better.
That's very, very handy.
Yeah. Well, and just for these coffee drinks, it's just the perfect amount also.
Right.
Erica,
And then we can check it if you're getting close.
I feel like I'm getting a resistance that
Okay,
we
so
should
when
check.
you feel a lot of resistance, we can give this a little peek here.
Okay. Oh, I still
A little more
okay.
liquidy than we thought.
Probably
So
more than.
we'll go a little bit
Let
more
me
on
just
it.
grab a cloth for us.
That's why we use wipeable surfaces.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wipeable. I'll get rid of this before. I really hate wasting that dollop of
Yeah, no
beautiful
kidding.
cream.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
And I felt a lot of resistance there, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
peek again.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna let it go just a little bit more. And this is fun, like if you have kids around, you can have them do this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They would have fun doing that for sure. I could see him fighting over getting to do that.
Even big kids.
It's my turn. You got to do it last time.
But what's really cool too, if you are in different moods for flavors, you can flavor this whipped cream like chocolate, or you could add like the almond extract.
That that's the first time I actually smelled the cherry almond.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
now
that's
it's
beautiful.
really stiff.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there is a little bit of fancy footwork we'll do. I want to show you guys the extra feature here. But I can set this aside just for a sec. So our whipped cream is ready for our coffee drinks. Okay, so let's just think a little bit, Mom. So what is your go-to drink that you would like to have?
Probably cappuccino. A breve cappuccino is my favorite drink.
Okay, breve means the half and half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want to use literal? I have whole milk and I have the heavy cream. Would you want
Just
to
whole milk is
Okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah, just whole milk is good. Or we could put
So-
in half of each.
And then for our timing, the shot of espresso just takes seconds,
Mhm.
and the milk frothing takes about a minute. So we'll get the milk frothing going first. And I
Okay.
didn't even mention that yet. There is a milk frother we have. So you know how in the specialty coffee shops, they're doing that steamed foam milk over at the espresso machine.
Right?
So you can do that at home with this milk frother. It's the coolest thing.
Nice.
So it is electric, and I'll just kind of show you a peek in the inside. There's this tiny little whisk in there that spins around. So this is what I think is cool. You literally add cold milk into here. I do always like the whole milk, but you can use whatever one you like. And there is something you need to pay attention to is your quantity, because this expands. So it will, if you add too much, it'll get out of control. So I'm looking at the max fill line, and there's like a minimum fill line. So it'll tell you right in there how much you can put in.
And for my favorite cappuccino, we're gonna do.
She likes the vanilla.
There we go.
Me too. Vanilla's a good thing.
It is.
When you say cappuccinos, you're talking about the one that has lots of pile
Like
high foam.
60% foam.
Yeah, so I just want to show you that in the little start guide. This is so fun. There's this handy little chart of all the coffee drinks.
Nice.
Yeah, I just think that's so fun. And then you know what to order at coffee shops or how to make them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
then,
the cappuccino is like it's like a third coffee, third milk, and the last third is just pure silky foam.
yeah, and I even, personally me, if I'm getting a cappuccino, I like it what they call real dry, where it's like almost all foam.
Yeah.
Where it's just your shot of espresso and then
With
tons of foam.
Yeah.
But there's three different settings you can use on the frother. You can make a little bit of foam, a lot of foam, or what's really cool is you can do cold foam, like with your ice lattes. So you just flip that over. I think
You
the
gotta
high
go. Yeah.
foam is this one, right?
Which one?
There's a little picture. I just can't.
Oh.
That's the higher foam.
Oh
Right?
yeah, it is.
Okay. And then you just hit
Start.
and
There
then
we
it
go.
starts to spin. And like I said, that was cold milk I put in there, and it heats it and twirls it. If I'm careful, I don't know if you guys can see just a tiny bit. It's spinning
you
around.
can see the movement.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
can see it in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's doing
Nice.
its
That's a
thing.
good way to foam your milk.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime,
And it's always perfection too. It's not like one day it's good and one day it's not.
real
And this-
consistent and foolproof.
always
Yeah.
consistent.
You don't have to be like an expertly trained
Yeah.
barista because there actually is training involved to be a good barista.
Yeah.
You have to know how
There
to
is.
steam the
I
milk
worked
and
as a barista for a while.
Were you?
Erica has too.
Getting that foam just right.
yeah. You said you were or somebody else?
I did. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you can really appreciate these then because
Yeah.
you can, well, that's why it's fun working at the coffee shop because you can get those drinks, but now you can do it right at home. Oh,
Right.
you know what? I even put a tiny bit too much and
Here,
you
let
got
me-
just a tiny bit over the max
Well,
fill
here,
line.
let's.
Yeah.
grab the
It lets you
washcloth.
know for sure.
Yeah, it'll let you know. And this is not a bad thing. This is like delicious piled high
Yeah.
foam. Like,
Do we need a straw?
I was just gonna say we could. So it did just finish spinning, and we'll give it a little peek in here, but it's hot inside of there.
Right.
Okay, so let's.
Sometimes like have the cutest mugs, but they're not user friendly. They're just cute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sounds like women's shoes.
Amen.
So let's do. I want to show one of each as both the ways you can make espresso with a pre-made pod if you want to
Okay.
grab one. So you grab your. Oh, this is what's really cool. Hopefully you can see this. There's a secret holding compartment on the side
Oh,
for your little inserts.
nice.
Yeah, isn't that so fun?
So they all spin together in one place.
Yep, and it tells you there's a little label on there. So let's do our Nespresso pod, and you just buy those. You just make sure you have the original Nespresso machine pods is the ones.
And I get another really good version of the pods on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just flip this handle up, say like you're doing this in the morning in seconds. Flip that handle up, flip it down, and then the machine is smart enough to know what type of insert you're using, and it will know like exactly how to make the coffee. Like you don't have to think at all because espresso is made like with more pressure than regular coffee. So you can choose 2, 4, or 6 ounces. I like to stick with the middle ground. You could do a real strong 2 ounce, but I like to stick with
I like
the
the
middle
4
ground.
one too for
And
mine.
then you just hit start. And that's how easy that was. And this will just take a few seconds.
It's good that you don't have to think too hard in the morning before you have your coffee.
This is true. You know, or Pam, the other thing I love about this, even when you have guests or something for dinner, It's like you can offer up a cup of espresso so quick and so easy.
Without having to leave your company,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that smells so good.
It does.
The suspense.
Yeah.
I think it might be, I don't even know if that was a whole minute.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Okay, so if you want to get your mug
Grab
there,
it. Okay.
I'll set this guy just to the side, and then here's some options. We do have some flavor syrups.
Mm-hmm.
I have a gourmet brown sugar or a cherry almond, or do you want to go straight just with your...
I think on this one I'll go straight.
Okay.
I think we'll try these
Okay.
on another one. The cherry almond sounds good, but like what we're making now is my favorite drink.
And I know you love pouring your foam. I'll let you
I
do
do.
that. And there is
Yeah.
a spoon right there.
Yeah. Okay. So I always do the pour where I get my milk first and then pull the foam over it.
So the liquid part first and then the dry foam
I
after.
do that first and then I start pulling in the foam.
And if you want to tilt it so they can see it real well. There you go. Oh, that looks so
Look
good.
at that. That's the magic right there.
It's like clouds.
Mm-hmm. Turn it this
So
way.
if you don't have a frother yet, it is possible to, you can just take a heat safe, like a Pyrex, microwave some milk for like 45 seconds and take a whisk and whisk it. You can do that if you don't have the frother yet, but this just gives you such beautiful
Yeah.
pile pie.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other favorite touch to this is this Cinnamon Plus.
Yep.
This is the cinnamon where it's got the added, it's the blend. And I love to do a sprinkle on the foam.
Yeah, so it's cinnamon plus, it's like all those fall spices you think of, like the allspice, ginger, just a little hint. Oh, that looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think yours is done? Okay.
This is my I probably have these 5 days a week.
Okay, and then we'll do my
Your
go-to,
favorite?
and mine, I actually like to do the ground espresso just because the frugal in me has a hard time spending so much money on those pre-made pods. So I get, there's a lot of different espresso roasts, but you just get your favorite espresso roast. I actually am just reusing this can. This is some Starbucks espresso roast I have in here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the same thing with the milk again. We'll do another run of milk in the frother. And this time I'll say, I like my foam too.
Yeah.
I'll do just straight up. And I can do I'll do the little bit less foam this time. So it's more,
Smoky.
yeah, like the steamed milk, not the fluffy. So I'll dial over to
The second one then. The
second
middle
one.
level
It
basically.
gives you a little picture.
Okay.
Okay, so that's doing its thing. I do like mine to stay as hot as possible, so that's why I try to time it. If you get the milk going for about 30 seconds and then run your espresso. And I'm going to grab my...
That's the one right after.
So there's an extra insert. This one actually doesn't come with it, but this is the one if you want to do your own ground espresso, you can do that with this. So it's your little insert. And then this is what's really cool. You can get this coffee measurer and dispenser. So you just, it's the exact amount you need and you slide that and it levels it perfectly. And then you just flip it over and it dispenses it perfectly because it has that little funnel. So nice and tidy. And then you'll know this since you were a barista, Pam. When you have espresso, you do actually have to press it down a little bit because it's using pressure to get all that strength, all that coffee strength. So there's this little mesh screen that comes with it. You press down, not hard, but just a tiny bit. And then that'll be good. And then that insert's ready to go. Take out this other insert. Put this guy in. get it back in the screen view here. So we just slide that guy back in and then pick my mug of choice. I love this one.
Cute.
And then I like to go a 4 ounce of espresso, same as we did. But if you want to do that real powerful punch, 2 ounce espresso shot, you can. And then this too, if you wanted to add some flavor syrups, you could have put it in the bottom of your cup. Like the gourmet brown sugar sounds really good, and I've been loving the gourmet cherry almond.
That one smells amazing. You know, and it's interesting because you get just the perfect amount of the crema and then the mid layer and then
with the espresso, that's when you know it's a really good espresso, is you see that little layer of foam on top.
yeah.
And they call that the crema. So I'll just get every last drip out of there.
But it's pretty how you can see the layer on there. We can even hold it up.
Yeah.
It's like
I can see it.
yeah.
It's nice.
So then, okay, so I just had dinner, so this is actually going to be my dessert drink. So we're gonna do a couple fun things. We're going to take my steamed milk.
Ready?
Yep. It's just the coolest texture. Like you almost have to have something special to give you that texture.
Don't want to waste that beautiful foam in there. All right, there we go.
Okay.
But when it's always perfect when it stands up on its own.
Yeah.
It's like when you get that dollop like whipping cream. When it stands up on its own, you know you've got perfection.
And then the same thing with the K-Cup pods with the regular coffee, kind of the same exact idea. You can use the ready-to-go K-Cup pods, or you can do your own ground coffee. But this is going to be an over-the-top drink, so I'm going to add in a little brown sugar syrup.
That's been one of my favorites lately.
Has it brown sugar? Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
It's so decadent.
And then, okay, so
I think we just ran out of it, as a matter of fact. Oh no, I gotta get more.
and then so remember the whipped cream we made a minute ago?
Oh.
Okay, so this is where we do just a little bit of fancy footwork, and I'm going to show you the improvement they made to the whipped cream maker. So we need to do a couple things here. We need to get this little lid back on so it's not making whipped cream anymore. Uh-oh.
Right?
Darn.
And then kind of tilt it in an angle to get the air out. And there's a little vent valve on top. You have to remember to undo that, and you take off the bottom, and this is what you screw on, the little decorative piping tip.
Cool.
So you can just picture this like with all your summer desserts. Okay, so this is my, oh, I have to finish screwing that on. So this is my indulgent version. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Perfect little whipped cream on top of my whole milk cream. But of course we can't stop there. Let's add some,
What's next?
let's add some caramel syrup. Oh, yes. And then if you're really going crazy, you can add some sprinkles on top, but we'll just go straight for it. And I'm doing the cinnamon too. I always like a little cinnamon with the dessert
I do
coffee.
too. It's always
Well,
good
and
on
there's so
coffee.
many health benefits to the cinnamon.
Yeah, it just does something
Yeah.
special. And it's just, I think it's just heartwarming, really.
It is.
Okay,
All right.
so, cheers.
Cheers. Cappuccino,
Cheers.
cheers.
Awesome. Cheers.
Now,
I'll cheers with my drink.
oh my goodness, that's good.
So good.
the whipped cream, I've been having them without whipped cream, but the whipped cream really, it
It's
does
very
something.
indulgent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's so satisfying.
But while we're sipping those, there is one other thing I wanted to show you, because a lot of us are probably coffee and tea drinkers. Do you like hot tea too, Pam?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I have to show you something else new that's really fun. And there's actually another insert that you can use. Sometimes you just need a cup of hot water, like for tea or different things. You can do that with this. And the benefit is that it's almost instant. So this is just the hot water insert. Throw that in there.
The other thing I like is that you can use your filtered water, like from your Berkey or your refrigerator.
So you can use, you get to choose, like with your ingredients, choose your own best filtered water.
Going back to the purity and cleanliness of what you're putting in your body.
So this is for the hot tea drinkers. And if you're really into tea, or maybe somebody gifted you some, you might have some loose leaf tea. Here it is. So
I have a lot of loose tea.
You
tea,
do?
as a matter of fact. A lot.
So it can be, sometimes it can be a little bit of a hassle to find something to make it without getting all the grounds in there. So you'll just do your little portion of your loose leaf tea. And let's do a little run of hot water. Let's do it straight into here. So we'll see if that, so then we just, and you do have to keep in mind your ounces, the size of your cup. This is like an 8-ounce cup, so I'll go, it's real easy to just adjust the size.
Erica, you know, you bring up another good point when you lift this off. Like if you have your insulated
really tall
mugs,
coffee mugs,
you just pop this off and it's the perfect, if that's offset, that won't.
Perfect brewing size then for your cup. Yeah.
I smell this. This is like a chai tea that I had loosely.
Now, what insert did you use to do the
There's
hot
just
water?
a hot water insert.
Oh,
So if you want like none
okay.
of that coffee residue in there.
Well, I might not have that either.
No, the hot water insert's extra, and the ground espresso, where you use your own ground espresso, is extra.
So I want to tap into those two to complete my set.
For sure. And then we just let this steep just a couple minutes.
You can put it on the little
And it
plate.
comes with that little plate, just in case. But then I'll show you how that works in just a second here. But in the meantime, we'll just give that like 2 minutes. I will get wrapped up here, but I'm just curious to know, so Pam, what's your favorite feature of the new coffee machine?
Versatility, I think, is the best. It's like, it's,
Good point.
yeah, it's versatile, so everybody gets what they want. I like that a lot.
Exactly.
But I also have to say, I love the storage of the parts.
Oh, the little side.
I know.
It stores with it, and that way you don't have them just everywhere. You know?
Yeah. Well, and I love, you know, my favorite too is that when I have guests or something, I can just, if somebody wants a dessert coffee or whatever, it's just slam, bam, and
Like a
done.
minute.
Right.
Yeah. Especially if you have the ready to go pods.
Yeah.
But there's even a couple features that we didn't even talk about that I just remembered when we were saying that. If you like your coffee extra bold, like a lot of us like that extra, black, there's a button you hit when you have your regular coffee in there. You can hit the bold button. So I pretty much just always do that. And then another little fun thing I learned about this is it is really smart. Sometimes you kind of forget to fill your water tank. If you start a coffee drink and then run out of water midstream and then refill it and start it back, it'll know exactly where you left off.
That's
it
good.
won't.
I am amazed by that. I just learned that about a month ago.
You usually learn it by accident.
I did. I ran it, and all of a sudden the little H2O drop lit up. I filled it. It just picked up and carried on.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, am I going to have to stop it? No, just stopped and carried on.
Yeah, you hit the button again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this book that comes with it, the little handy guide, it has the guide to your coffee drinks, but then it has all these fun ideas for your coffee recipes. So that's just really fun. And then in the very back, it even has a few ideas for treats to go with your coffee.
Coffeehouse cookies.
You always have to have something with your coffee.
Yeah.
Of course.
A little sweet treat. Okay, so this is what's really cool. Let me make sure we have that showing well.
That is fun.
So this is your loose leaf tea in there that's been steeping, and you just set it on top of your cup. Isn't that cool?
Right.
You know, this is also awesome when you just want to make a small pitcher of tea. You just fill it, and it makes your tea concentrate. If you let it sit for about 15 minutes, you
get a real thick
you get a concentrate, fill it with water, and you have a pitcher of tea.
There you go. That's good.
It adds an additional function for that.
Yeah,
It's
so
a safe way to make some tea.
Yeah, exactly.
You're making your concentrate.
Yeah.
so that's your loose leaf tea, and you don't get any of those grounds in there because it has a really good filter in there.
That smells really good. As you said, that's a chai.
It's like a chai blend.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what's so fun is when you use your own grounds, you can pick any of those flavored coffees you like, or light or bold, or any of them. But yeah, we're all done. I can't believe we spent this long just making coffee drinks. But it's so much fun.
It is.
But yeah, so this guy, it's the deluxe coffee machine, and I'll send you an email with the little links to the different things that we talked about tonight. So we'll let you get on with your night, Pam, and we're gonna get all wound up drinking this coffee.
Yeah, hey.
Coffee cheers.